Hey everyone, Gridlock Cosplay here. I am doing something for my daughter's 10th birthday. Her party is going to be a Harry Potter theme, and one of the activities is they're going to be playing a little Quidditch game. You know, just throw the Quaffle through the rings. But in order to do that, I need to have rings. So I'm going to use a couple of things that I have just here in the garage to make a set of Quidditch rings. Here's how I'm going to do it. Left over from the Mech Warrior, I do have a little bit of PVC left. I did manage to acquire some more pipe. I also have this soaker hose that I have never ever used, and so I'm going to cut this up to use as the rings. It's nice and flexible. It should be able to fit into the PVC. I'm going to measure out how long this is so that I get the circle the same size each time. It just so happens that the exact length I need is 4 feet. I think to get that to stay, I'm just going to throw some epoxy glue in there. Looks like 4.5 feet will be best for the tallest one. This pipe is a little bit warped from sitting in storage, but a heat gun will take that out, no problem. This is a shelf liner material that I often use for fake leather, and I'm cutting strips of it to wrap around the T-joint so that it looks a bit nicer. I have found that hockey tape sticks to both of these materials fairly well enough anyway, just to get it going. And I'm going to wrap it around to just hide the T. I got the one side done, and then I just did mostly a mirror image on the other side, and I taped it just on the back. This is going to be the back side, of course, and it's going to be painted anyways. All right, the next step is to put some Mod Podge all around this so that the paint will adhere properly. My apologies, I didn't have time to video every step that I was doing here, but what I did with the PVC is I sanded it down a little bit, put on 2 layers of Mod Podge, and then 2 or 3 layers of this bright gold paint. And I did that on all 3 of the different lengths that I've cut, and it's got this nice golden color. And yeah, so then all I have to do is put the rest of it together. And with my remaining PVC, I built the rest of the foundation here with the extra elbows that I picked up, and I put my PVC into there, all 3 of those pipes, and we have Quidditch rings. To create the Quaffle, I started out with this pattern, and I made this by simply taking a piece of paper, folding it once, and then doing my best to fold it into thirds this way at a 60-degree angle. Then I took my nice circle here and cut out a circle So I made sure that it was in the center, of course. Cut out a circle, and then on the side here, I lined up this again and cut out another piece. Sorry, it's so dark there. But I just cut out another piece that is so that the edge was roughly in the center. It was actually just a little bit closer to the edge so that it's not quite as big. And when you unfold it, you get the one side. So then we take the pattern and trace it onto foam and cut out the shapes. EVA foam, of course, is very flexible, and it does keep its shape if you hit it with a heat gun. So I'm going to cut out the rest of the pieces and bend them together, and then I'll figure out how big of a circle I need for the inside. After cutting out 3 of the pieces, I just used some pins to tie them together, and I found a circle that fits. So once I've kind of curved them around a little bit, that circle opens up, and I found, oh yeah, that'll be about the right size. So I'll cut out 4 circles. I've used contact cement around all of the edges, and I'm putting it together now. It looks a little bit funny, but all of the irregular shapes I can smooth out with a heat gun, and it seems to be fitting together fairly well. So it does look kind of funny right now. I'll see if the heat gun can get the irregularities out of there, make it a little bit more curved. When I got this all glued together, I took some Mod Podge and painted it on, and it gave it just a little bit of a texture. So, so I don't see brush strokes, but it just has a little bit of a rough leathery texture. Then I'm going to get some of this Quick Seal, mix it with the brownish red paint, and put it on. The reason for the Quick Seal is to keep the paint really, really flexible, because this whole thing does still flex. And with kids playing with it, it's going to be flexed. So the Quick Seal will help the paint stay on without cracking. The ratio I like to use is 3 parts paint to 1 part Quick Seal, but it really is just approximate. And there it is. Now that the paint has dried, you can see that I can even squeeze this and the paint doesn't flake. Just because of the Quick Seal, it helps it keep it very durable, which is great for kids, of course. So I'm not going to let her see this until the day of the party. They've made some balloons with rice in them that they're going to toss through the rings instead. But I said, those are bludgers. And no, they're Quaffles. So I made the Quaffle. They'll be able to have a lot more fun with this. And it's light, so it isn't going to knock over the rings. And yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.